Hey guys, welcome to Farm Charm Chic. I'm Emily. In today's episode, I am bringing you some more beautiful fall farmhouse DIYs. They are so easy to create and you are going to love them. This is part of a collaboration playlist. I will explain a little bit more about that as we get into the video. If you like crafting, DIYs, dupes, hacks, thrift flips, or just creating in general, I would love if you would consider subscribing and becoming my crafting BFF. If you do like anything you see in today's video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, but let's make some DIYs. My mom recently gave me a bag of stuff that she was going to take to the thrift store, and in that bag was a bunch of these little blocks. Now, I remember these from when I was younger. She used to have a lot of fun different sayings that she had on them, cute little designs and everything, but clearly she was done with them and they are not quite my style, so I thought I would give them a little bit of an update. So I'm just taking 3 of these, and there was like 20 or more of these blocks. There's a lot of them, so I've got a lot of DIYs with these coming up, I'm sure. Anyway, I just covered them all in some white paint, just some chalk paint. I did take several coats just because of the dark letters on there. I probably could have sanded them down, but I was feeling, I guess, a little bit lazy this day, and so I just went over and painted them all and gave them a really good coat. Now I'm just trimming some burlap ribbon. You could easily do just some regular burlap or whatever you would like. You could completely skip this step if you wanted to, but I thought it would be kind of fun to add this little burlap on here as a little bit of a texture. So I'm just peeling a couple of the strings off around the edges to kind of fray it. I wanted this to look a little bit rustic, maybe not quite so uniform. I know that the burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree, it seems to, for lack of a better term, fall apart a lot easier. So it could probably look a little bit more rustic, because I know that when I've made things with that, I feel like the strings fall out of it really easy, like the burlap weave. I didn't have any of that on hand, so this is just some I had from Hobby Lobby. So I just went ahead and cut this down to size, and then as I did that, I was just peeling pieces off, and then I actually kind of scratched the edges here to make sure it kind of has a little bit more of a rustic. So this is kind of up to you and what your taste is. And then I'm just going to use some hot glue to put on the back of these. Now, before I glue these on, I have all of these little pieces. They have things like this from Dollar Tree, like the little wooden stickers. Some of these are just in my stash. I think they all just came from different craft stores. And I just found a couple of leaves. And I was going to use that little truck up in the corner there on the right-hand side. However, I decided it's a little bit too big for the block. Like, it kind of hung over a teeny bit and I didn't love it. So I do end up not using that. But just using some hot glue, I'm just carefully gluing that burlap on. You just want to make sure either wear your finger protectors or be really cautious as you're putting those down, because that burlap, it's going to let that glue seep through, so you just don't want to burn yourself doing this. And I end up doing this on all 3 blocks. I'm just putting these little leaves on here. I thought those were really cute. And originally, like I said, I'd wanted to put that little truck on that block that's on the top there, and so I was going to leave it blank, but it just didn't quite fit, and it just didn't look right to me. So I go ahead and cut just another piece of the burlap using the same method and just glue that down for the top one, and take one of these cute little pumpkins and I just glue that on. This is just one of the wooden stickers. And you could tailor this to any season or any holiday that you wanted. But this was so simple and it's just cute. It just brings that little essence of fall into your decor. It would be darling on a tiered tray or anywhere that you wanted to set something like this. Even just a little gift to take somebody, so easy, and it turned out so cute. As I mentioned earlier, this video is part of a fun fall collaboration. I get together with a group of friends every month and we host a fun playlist for you. All you have to do is just click the link down in my description box and it will play through everyone's videos for you. This is hosted every month by the wonderful Liana DIY. She does such a great job getting us all together and finding some wonderful guest hosts for us. This month, our guest hosts are The Rusted Willow, Crafting with JC, and Olya DIY Adventures. If you are new or are coming from the playlist, welcome. I would love to become crafting BFFs with you, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and we can craft together here on YouTube every week. If you are returning or have been here before, it is great to have you back. There is going to be so much inspiration for you on this playlist. I will pin the playlist link at the top of my comments, and I will also have it in my description box easily for you to find, so that way you can go get all of the fun fall inspiration that you need. Let's go make some more DIYs. This is a giant pumpkin sign that I found at Five Below for $3, and I thought it would be perfect to make over. And I'm just using my heat tool to remove some of the stickers on the back, and then I do just tape back that little hanging tag because I didn't want to get any paint on it because I wanted to leave that. And then I'm just going to have this match my decor. It's darling the way that it was, so it would be fine, if you found something like this just to use it, but of course we're going to DIY it and make it match my decor. So I'm just putting some Pumpkin by Waverly chalk paint on here. It takes about about 3 coats to cover all of those letters. And then I have this Thankful. This came from Hobby Lobby, and they had a bunch of these last time I was there. They said Blessed, Thankful, and they had another Grateful, I think was what the other one said. But I'm just taking some antiquing wax with a baby wipe, and I'm just going to wipe this over all of the surface of this to give it a nice look of the stained wood. I thought that would be a good contrast. It would be really cute to even just paint it in white or something, or just stain it a natural color to have against that orange on the pumpkin. But I really did kind of like this. I love antique wax. You guys know I use it all the time. Now I'm just taking a little bit of the moss color from Waverly, and I'm just going to kind of paint in this stem. It doesn't stick out a whole bunch, but you do see a little bit of it when I'm done with the project, and so it's kind of nice to have it look kind of authentic. And then I'm just taking a little antique wax on a little teeny angled brush, and I'm just doing a couple of the ridges for the pumpkin here. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm just kind of like hoping as I do this that it turns out okay, and it does, I think, turn out okay. But you just kind of do a couple kind of curved in each direction. You can kind of see curved into the middle of the pumpkin there. And then I do take a baby wipe after I do this to kind of mellow these down because they're really dark. And so I'm just wiping those off kind of in the same curved motion. And then I do end up going over them a little bit with some more orange paint, just to tone them down a little bit so they're kind of very mellow. It looks like before I do that here, this is where I take a little bit of the leftover antiquing wax and just go around the edge. This just kind of helps kind of pop the edge of the pumpkin out, and it gives it a little bit of definition and helps make it kind of look cohesive. So here's where I'm putting that orange just lightly over that antiquing wax. It just kind of helps to blend it in and kind of mellow it down. You can kind of see what that looks like here. Now I just really quickly put hot glue on all my letters. I don't want it to dry before, as I start and get to the end of the letters. I want it to kind of all stick really well. I kind of got a little excess there, so I just kind of peeled that off. Now I'm using my heat tool to get rid of any of those little spider webby things that come from hot glue, when like the little strings. That's a perfect hack to kind of get rid of those. It's just go over it with your heat tool. Now at this part, I decided I wanted to take a little bit of the white chalk paint and just kind of distress the edges here a little bit, kind of give it, I wanted it to pop a little bit more on here, this is when I was thinking, I guess if I had done it white, might have looked really cute also. But I mean, I do like how this looks, but it brightens it up just a little bit and adds a little bit of a more barnwood look to it. So this would be completely optional, but I do really like how this turns out. So you could just leave it like this with the Thankful on there, but I wanted to add some embellishment on here because I just love to kind of soften things up with florals and bows and different things. And so I just have this pick that's left over. This was actually from my stash last year, but I feel like I've had some similar ones this year from Hobby Lobby. So anywhere, you could even use ones from Dollar Tree. And I had this little bit of cream hydrangea here that I thought looked really cute with it as well. So I'm just gluing those off to the side. And now I'm just taking some ribbon. This is just the burlap ribbon that I use from Hobby Lobby. And then this is some Dollar Tree ribbon also. And I just loop it around about 7 times. And then I do use a zip tie in the middle of it here. I forget to show you that. And I just zip tie the middle of it. And then I just pull all of the loops out and just kind of fluff this up. I just put a bunch of hot glue down on my pumpkin and then just set this bow down and then just fluffed it up as much as I wanted it to. And then I'm just gluing kind of the tail here, you can kind of see. Now, if you decide this is way too big a bow, at first I was like, ugh, this is kind of big. I end up really liking how it is, but I mean, you can definitely make smaller loops for your bows. But I just take off my little tag on the back there so that way the hanging tag is there. And look at how cute this looks. I love to dress my pantry door for different holidays, and that is exactly where this is going to go. And I think it turns out beautiful. And it's something that will last not only through fall, but through Thanksgiving as well. Are you guys on Instagram? If you are, I would love if you would come and find me. I am Farm Charm Chic over there. I'll leave a link down in my description box so you can easily find me. But come and see what I'm working on. I post there quite a bit. I like to show you things that I'm working on or when I have videos ready. It's just another place to stay in touch. So if you do come find me, remember to send me a DM and say hi, because I do love meeting new friends. You can use any riser for this DIY. This is one that I made in a prior video, and I'll link that down in my description box if you want to see how I did that. But I'm just taking a wreath here. This is just one that I use in my everyday decor. And then I have this little pumpkin that I have. This one came from the craft store, Hobby Lobby, I believe there, but you could just use one that you had on hand. You could even use a real pumpkin, would look so cute in this. And then I have this little garland right here that I've had kind of in my stash. I know they sell different types of wreaths or things like this at Dollar Tree also, or just your craft store, and I just kind of weave them together so that way I get the orange and the green there. I thought that was really cute, and I felt like I wanted to bring a little bit more fall into this, so I take just a pick from Dollar Tree, and I'm just using my little shears here to cut off each of the leaves because I'm going to individually place them around this pumpkin. Now I'm just weaving that little stem coming off of those leaves in between the different layers of the wreaths there. So it is really secure, so you don't need to use any hot glue unless you're maybe going to sell this or give it to someone or something. This is just something that you can kind of change out as the seasons come and go, something kind of fun just to throw together. You probably have a lot of pieces like this already in your decor. You could probably do something very similar, whether it's different colors of leaves or different florals, or you just wanted to use a couple of wreaths with the pumpkin. Make it simple, make it easy. I just wanted to show you just kind of a fun little decorating hack here. So I have this other color of leaves here that I thought brought that really rich red tone in, and I really liked that color contrasting with that gold on the other leaves. So I just kind of intermittently place these in between each of the gold leaves. Now, one quick little hack I just want to share with you is sometimes when you get these Dollar Tree florals, you'll get home and realize that they're very wrinkled. And even not just Dollar Tree, but Walmart or Hobby Lobby and Michael's. So you just get them home and you're going, ooh, these are very wrinkled and almost unusable. If you just blast them for a couple of seconds, just quickly with your heat tool there, it helps to flatten them out just perfectly, almost as if they had been ironed. Just make sure you don't leave the heat tool too long because it can melt that fabric that the leaves are made out of. So just a couple of quick seconds and it flattens them right out and makes them so easy to use. And then here I'm just sticking this last one in. You can kind of see that it takes me a second, like they're woven in there pretty tightly with all of the wires from the wreaths and everything. But once this is together, look at how beautiful this is. It's something that's so simple, so easy to do. Again, you probably have a lot of these things in your stash already that you could throw this together, and what a statement this would make as a centerpiece on a table or on a console table somewhere or something. I just think this ended up so beautiful. I had so much fun making all of these DIYs. They were all very simple, and I think they all make such a cute statement, and they're perfect for fall. They're perfect for fall even if you leave them up through Thanksgiving instead of transitioning into Halloween or anything. These would definitely last all season long, so they're ones that you could put out at the beginning of September or whenever you decorate for fall and leave them up until Christmas. I would love to know your thoughts on my piece with the riser and the pumpkin there. Is that something that you would try? I thought that was so fun and easy to put together. So if you liked that or you were going to try that, let me know down in the comments because I would love to know your thoughts on that. You guys remember to click that link down in for the playlist down in my description box. It's going to be pinned in my comments as well. And go check out all of the other fun videos and get all of those fall feels. You guys, as always, remember to be safe, be smart, be nice, be happy. Choose to have a good day because you are amazing. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed the video that you just saw, here's another one that you might enjoy. And as always, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching and have an amazing day.